Once I get trained and light screen is I'm 75. I retired at the end of the year. I turned 73. Because just see, I didn't work for a company since 2003. I was on my own with independent adjuster. So I went to Hurricane. No, I'm not. Just I'm an illusion. You can see right through me, right?
I can't. I've always been able to.
Do they have restrooms around here? Okay, okay. I'm gonna use the restrooms. I have something in my eye that I can't get out.
Sure you do. That's what all the girls tell me. Lauren.
Hello, Larry.
Okay, so 1 minute warning.
What?
1 minute warning to start. 1 minute warning.
Yes. You know what they call that?
Yes. I'm still not sure about you.
Okay, 7:30. Uh-oh. Are we ready to roll? Ding. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Light? Oh, yes. Let there be. Oh, are you turning it on?
No, I'm saying flag there.
There's a picture of a flag
Who
over here.
keeps moving the flag?
There's two of them.
And those darn scouts.
There's one back there.
I don't know.
This
What
one
flag
works.
is
This
this?
one works.
I'm buying a, put it on the budget. We need a flag.
It's in the other room. You want me to go get it?
No, thank you. We'll
Okay.
use the.
I pledge
We
allegiance to
Am I doing this?
have that'd be fabulous. Thank you so
Okay.
much. It's right, can you see it? Anyone need my glasses?
Let's do the pledge of the flag, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now,
There should be emphasis in that.
thanks, Larry. So last week, we emphasized the bolded words in the four-way test. This was something that Mr. Hagan really wanted us to do. And so we're going to do it again this week and see if we can do it a little better than we did last week. Okay, class? Good. I like all of your enthusiasms. And
Which
so,
words, coach?
so in the first of the four-way test, we emphasize truth in our inflection of our voice. And then in the second test, it's fair. And third, it's goodwill and better friendship. So we almost the whole thing. And then fourth, beneficial. So can we do that, class? We can try. Hey, I'm excited to do this with you. All right.
Can
So
we get a four-way test dance team?
we could with some costumes. Maybe.
Really?
All right.
How about really
All right, we ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, a four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And now we emphasize some other things, and you can figure out what those are. Fifth, is it fun? And sixth,
Fair.
hard, whatever.
Thank you.
Chocolate really figured that.
It's whatever, it's free for all.
Oh, it's chocolate.
We do like to emphasize bacon.
Is it
Oh,
whiskey
yeah,
or
that
chocolate?
bacon, yeah.
Yes. Okay, do we have any guests today? Thank you, everyone. Down, do we have any guests?
I'm half a guess.
You're not a guest. But everyone, I'd like to introduce Larry.
Yay, Larry, welcome.
Larry the Cactus Man.
Tucson Larry's back. Tucson Tucson Larry,
Tucson.
Tucson.
Yeah, Tucson.
By the way, the Zoomers are on, it's just that we are getting this.
Zoomers,
monitor
okay,
code.
so we have Lance, and we have, hey, Scott, and we have Jack, and we have Ron driving and online. And Hobbs. And Jackie. Thanks, Andrew, you're fixing us?
Maybe.
You will, we have faith in you. Okay, so birthdays for this week, May 6th through 12th, we have Sean Frederick. Does anybody know Sean Frederick? Has anyone called him and given him the business for not even zooming in for a year?
We're gonna talk about that here.
Okay, so he's awesome, he needs to zoom in. Okay, so wedding anniversaries, Kristen Odegaard and Gabriel Perillo, maybe? Join date. So Hobbs has an anniversary for Rotary of 17 years on May 9. And the elusive Sean Frederick, May 10 for 3 years. So congratulations to those guys. Announcements. Okay, I've got a bunch today. I'll pass these around. So here are some photos of our benches that were just installed yesterday at Caballero Hill Park. The bleachers, benches, bleachers. So they're up and running. They're ready for us to christen them. Our Adopt a Street signs have been installed. So we've got Marketplace and we've got Chapel Hill Road. Here we go. Yay! Which is awesome. Hey, the Zoomers! Awesome. Good morning, everyone. I'm just passing around some pictures of the bleachers that were installed, I think, yesterday at Caballero Hill Park that we worked on. And also the signs have been put up that we have adopted Chapel Hill and Marketplace for road cleanup. Okay, then we have, here's a letter that I wrote to Washington State Recreation and Conservation Office for the city. The city asked us to write some support letters for some funding, a grant that they're going for with the state to do some improvements at Frontier Heights Park, which is an amazing newer park that they're still working on. And it's for turf and my favorite, pickleball courts. So we put this together. We wrote one, Lisa Arts and Parks Foundation wrote one. John Spencer's the president of that. And I'm sure they had some others because of course we support everything that happens in our parks. Okay, here's an email. We are official. We're on the books for October 1st for Corks and Kegs at the beautiful mill, downtown Lake Stevens. And we did pony up the extra money and we reserved the patio too. So we are inside, outside. We get the whole beautiful venue for our amazing event. And if the world crashes and we go virtual, then we'll be there and enjoying the venue. And it's all day from like 10 to 10 or something. October 1. And we usually don't show up and start setting up until maybe 1-ish, but we can get in earlier if needed, which is cool. Okay, and then this one Jim's pretty proud of. He did renew our gambling license.
Oh, yeah. Bring out the craps table.
So, yeah, so we're official with the state, which is important, obviously. Okay, so announcements. Next weekend is district conference. I do have a list of people that are going. Let's just confirm. So we're going out Friday afternoon. Friday is just some casual events, and the Semi-Alma is beautiful. You can walk on the beach. You can sit on they have some raised platforms. You can sit and have a drink. You can, do whatever for the afternoon. There's a foundation dinner, which I highly recommend people go to Friday night, and then Saturday all day long it's a conference. Saturday night is dueling pianos activity, and then Saturday morning there's some more activities. I know there's still room. There's still tickets available. We do have a group going from here. So I've got Jim, Vallow, me, Dawn. Is Eve coming too?
She was, but she can't now.
Okay. Lori. Okay. Amy.
Yes.
Okay, and Brian.
And right.
Okay. I know, that's super fun, isn't it? And then Gary and Bev, Lance, and Carrie, and James and Angie, correct?
Yep, Angie's gonna join us for dinner on Saturday, but she'll come up sometime.
Okay, and then is anyone else signed up or anyone else interested? Angie, you look
No,
excited.
That's because I just
Okay.
heard my name and was like, what was I signed up for?
Well, apparently you're married to James.
Did you know?
Married at first sight. Okay, so that's what we've got going. I'm super excited. We are putting together a hospitality suite, a little bit of AKA presidential suite. So it is going to be fellowship and learning. And my favorite part is meeting all the cool people that are in Rotary from all the other groups and hearing what they're doing in their clubs and their fundraisers and their service projects and how they did it better, faster, cheaper. That's my favorite part. And so I'm really looking forward to that. And that's next weekend, next Friday. Okay, so moving on. Let's see who's there. Ken, past president.
I don't have anything.
Okay, and you only have 2 more months of being called on with nothing.
Well, I had something last week though.
Oh, you did? I missed it.
Yeah, maybe, no, you did. Well,
I was
yes,
not here.
well, it involved you.
Uh-oh.
That's why she.
I'll redo it since you weren't here, but once again, I belong to and am past president of an organization called the Washington Association of School Administrators, WASA. And we have a regional banquet coming up, a regional luncheon, awards luncheon. And one of the things that we recognize is a community partner that has done a great job of partnering with the district and helping achieve student success in a variety of ways. And this year's Lake Stevens School District WASA partner that's going to get an award is the Rotary Club of Lake Stevens. No, actually, Gary and Rochelle are going to represent us.
Oh, really?
And actually, Gina and I are both going to, so Rotary will be well represented. And then, they'll have a nice little blurb read about them by Larry Francois, who's the ESD superintendent, and receive an award. So, and then all the school districts in Region 109 will be there, which is everything from Edmonds to all the way up to Mount Vernon, I think, and then it becomes a different region. Anyway, so yeah, it's pretty exciting and pretty cool, and obviously the school district loves the partnership with Rotary. Last night was another prime example of that as we announced some 27,000 scholarships. Isn't that right? Lance?
Was it 27, 22? Lance, what was our total for scholarships this year?
7 scholarships totaling $26,000.
$26,000. That's
Yep.
crazy. Remember when we were at 10?
Yeah.
And that was a big number.
We were big losers.
Yeah, so not just that, but the partnership with the Highland Playground and the split equity into the sensory pathway at Highland too. So really great stuff.
We do love the school district.
Yeah.
100%.
We love each other.
We have a little thing going on, I think.
What?
When is the luncheon?
May 26th at noon. At the
At my mothership, the country club.
Yeah. Everett Country Club.
Can't go.
I never turned down the country club. Okay, awesome. I'm looking forward to that. That's super exciting. Are we gonna get a plaque?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good. I was.
We need a awards cabinet. Can we put one in here?
You gotta talk to the facilities manager. She's not Rotarian yet.
Yes.
Maybe we should build a clubhouse.
Yeah.
We're fine.
There's a building
Brian's
across
house
the
is our
street we can
clubhouse.
take over.
There's a lot of land in the city left.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying the city would gift it?
Oh my gosh. Let's still get this going.
I mean, your garage would be a good place.
Yes, it would. It would. Okay, treasurer's report. Lori, do you have anything today?
Just that we got some last minute donations in for scholarships that helped us get that 26,000. So thank you, everybody. That was really great. Other than that, everything's rolling right along.
Awesome. Doing awesome. We're Where's Gary?
He's on his way to Boise.
Well, today's the driving day.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Where's Valo? What the heck?
He's in Boise too.
Did Boise go with Gary?
I don't know.
Gary probably doesn't know.
We were supposed
Boise
to be
seems to come
boys.
up a lot today.
Okay, John Harrison, President-elect.
Well, as far as all of our events go, there's really nothing new to report that I could think of. Everything seems to be kind of on autopilot right now.
Yes. Okay, awesome. Sponsorships
Yeah,
are
well,
out.
yeah, hopefully.
I can report on some sponsorships. Yes, I have a report. I called Dr. Hong to let him know that he's being honored for a $2,000 scholarship in his name. And he's like, wow, that's awesome. So I invited him to the breakfast. He said he was going to check with his boss. He is the boss, but you're not the boss of your own business.
That means his scheduler.
So hopefully he'll be there. And then I segued very seamlessly into, and we're doing it differently this year so that we were our Valhalla sponsor last year. And, this year we're going to have, if you would like to be the Valhalla sponsor again, it's going to be for the whole year. He said, well, now I gotta. So we have our
He is so awesome. He is so awesome. And so those of you who don't know, she's talking about Dr. Hong. He's got 2 locations. It's called Washington Oral and Maxillofacial. I have a hard time spelling it whenever we're doing sponsorship stuff. But to me, that's wisdom teeth. So I took both my kids went to Dr. Hong, and I didn't know what to expect, and he was amazing. Like really, and follow-up calls for moms that don't know, that are not nurses, that just want to give them some popsicles and go watch TV. No, he's awesome. So I highly recommend Dr. Hong for sure.
Also, Tracy and her husband Dave have been very generous again this year, as well as Lauren and Debbie and Kristen Rachel Jacobson. So our scholarship amount is up to $9,500. Or not scholarships, the sponsorships.
Sponsorship, awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So our big goal is still $25,000. I see some of you have pens and papers and some of you have phones. You guys get on your device or grab your pen or paper and write something down for me really quick. Oh yeah, this is happening.
Is it an IOU?
Kind of. Or it's even better though, because it's for someone else. So if you'll jot down, yes, I can. Oh, did you grab your device?
Oh, I did.
There you go, on your little notes tab. Yes, I can. This week, I will ask, and then jot down 2 groups. Good job, Ken, I like it. 2 groups, 2 people, 2 businesses, and who you can ask to join us in raising $25,000 in scholarships. So mine says, yes, I can. This week, I will ask Lake Stevens Roofing, and I'm going to ask Rustic Court as well. And remember these forms of what their money goes to and what each level represents. So if they would rather, give 1,000 and be the mid-level sponsor promotion, or 500. So is this available, Jim, on our website?
Yes.
It is. Perfect. So you can print it up or email it away. So we would just love for this to be a group effort. Everyone, it's kind of hard to ask sometimes, but I believe in you. Yes, you can. And do it this week and then report back next Friday.
Zoomers, can you hear Amy? Yeah, kind of. Maybe they can't hear me. Thank you so much.
It's on the website, so you can just download it.
It's on the website. We have lots of extra copies. Pick some up on your way out. Because this is our big push, right? This is our budget, right? And we give it all away. So it all goes right back into our community, our kids, our community. So it's really important. If you have a business, it's a great way to get your name out there, because especially with an annual sponsorship, because you're going to be on our website all year. And people do go to our website. We do have great analytics. It's going to be on our Facebook page. You're going to be on our banners. You're going to be on our tickets. You're going to be on, depending on what level you come in at, there's a huge benefit. And I do it every year with my business, and I meet with people I don't know. They're like, I see you everywhere. And it's because of these sponsorships, so they serve my business, but they really serve Rotary and the community and and the food bank and all the other ones that I do. do in small ways, it's really beneficial to your business besides being awesome to the community. And who do we want to do business with, right? We want to do business with people that love our community and support the community. Okay, so that's my plug for sponsorships. Okay, moving on. Brian, insurance agent to the stars, community services chair.
I don't know about the stars, but, so thanks to Amy, we've got dates for the, blood drive.
And things can do it.
Yeah,
Oh, when is
Ken-
that?
Ken and Amy, they got a hold of Rachel, got some dates ironed in, so it's gonna be August 12th and November 4th. I'll put out a sign up sheet and everything for that. The other thing too is we're gonna be doing street cleanup for,
Ron, is that confirmed with the blood bank?
Yes,
So
yes.
August 12th, okay,
Yeah.
so I'll reserve those rooms. Okay.
yeah, I can also shoot you an email just as a reminder this morning.
So load in at 10 a.m. and out at 5 p.m.
Yeah, so we'll need, obviously, we'll schedule a couple shifts, that way it's not just a long day for everybody, but yeah, so we'll set everything up, help with that, and then we'll break it all down too. And then we've got some road cleanups that I'll put out there too. We're gonna do Market in Chapel Hill on the 21st.
21st of
This month.
May.
Yeah, our signs are up, so it's a good idea to make sure that the roads are clean, right? 16th, we're gonna do on the 28th, and then we're gonna do another round at the skate park, on the 11th of June. So that's what's up and coming. And I'll send everybody an email and a sign up for each of those.
Okay, so you have 4 street cleanups scheduled? 21, 16, 28, 11?
Yep. You've got Market Street on the 21st,
Okay.
16th Street,
Oh,
28th
28th of,
this month. And then skate park is June 11th.
awesome.
We'll want to do the skate park frequently in the summer. I use.
Well, I mean, yeah, I go to the skate park almost every week.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to maybe have a little project that we can do that'll beautify, quote unquote. So maybe try to put down some park if they don't get it for us.
That sounds fun. What a good idea. Okay, May 21, Market Street, the 16th Street on the 28th, excuse me, and the skate park on the 11th. I get it right?
Yes, you did.
I'm not a numbers guy. Okay, Gym Foundation, doing awesome. Tracy, anything on international?
Nothing on international, but I'm this close to getting everybody's information so that we can have all of our club members background checked through Rotary. There's one person I have called, I've emailed, I've stopped, cannot get hold of them.
Sean Frederick?
No, he called me right back the first day. Keith Partington, anybody have a connection with Keith Partington?
Well, his daughter works for me.
Would you please? I need his full
Sure.
name and birthday.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
He's a former student of mine.
Yeah, and then, I got hey, Ron, I got David Leduc's information, but does he have a middle name? I don't think Ron heard me.
Ron, do you know if
That's
David-
That's the full name he gave me, so that's what it is.
Well, we'll just run it then, and if it kicks back, we'll find out some more. Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, let me know.
Okay, thank you, everybody who helped me gather this information. And Nikki, I need your information here. Just full name and birthday.
Okay, so you need,
That's it.
so you need full name and birthday.
Yes.
I'm just texting Keith's wife, it'll get done.
Okay.
I have an interactive
she was a
board.
student of his too.
I have an interactive board.
Okay, we're not there yet. I'm still texting. Okay, so moving on, Interact.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, I did report this, it happened a few weeks ago. The Interact Club did a street cleanup. They have a street that they have their name on, up there by high school. And when they organized this event, you know, the kids come and they get hours against their service hours and stuff like that. But they had 195 people show up for that event. 195.
A lot of kids need shooting serious hours. Unfortunately, all those kids in trouble, it finally took them a half an hour to clean the whole thing up.
Well, they did, they put something in their lunch.
There's a bunch of seniors and needed hours to grab it.
So that's pretty cool.
Okay, awesome. That's really awesome, and that's so true. Okay, so moving on. Kendra, Chris Martin not here, no power relations. Kyle, gone. Anyone have a Rotarians in Action update? Anyone? Bueller?
Yeah, they're obviously in action.
They're working right now.
They're resting,
They never rest.
a lot of action.
They never rest. Okay, how is it? So Sergeant of Arms, would you like to do your thing? And then,
The Sergeant of Arms.
well, would you mind filling
Standing
in?
in.
Fill in? You've been sitting at arms.
Sitting at Arms.
Today, our speaker is a video. So it's kind of like I'm a substitute today. So we're watching a video. It's not long. It's only 15 minutes. So, but it's very important. It's from our new president, Rotary International President-elect. And so her name is Jennifer Jones. She's super awesome, and she's going to introduce her theme for Rotary. So take your time, and then we'll cue up our video.
Okay, now we're going to. If you get a ticket, please read the last three numbers. Just don't pick Lauren's ticket, 'cause he always wins.
6 what?
691.
Close.
Woohoo! Yeah.
No tickets.
James. Oh my.
No, I didn't. Do I have to pick the yellow one?
Yeah, pick the yellow one. Yeah, that's probably what you'll end up getting. Okay, well, you get the $5. I'll probably take from you in a minute. All right. I got plenty of people. Okay, pins and badges. I don't have my badge on, so I'm going to find myself. Anybody who doesn't have their pins and badges, it's $1 for a pin. I got my pin, I just don't have it on. So is that $1?
Yeah, because you don't have it on.
You gotta have it.
You know what?
It's $5 for improper
I got
violation.
a stick and badge.
All right. Anybody who doesn't have their pins and badges, pins and badges.
You got my $20.
No,
I see a lot of badges.
I just mailed it. Yeah, I mailed it.
Pins and badges, look at you guys.
Yeah,
Looking
yeah.
for-
$20.
Does it have to be the right bag?
Yeah, we're gonna put you right here. He says he doesn't have the badge, so. You've never had a badge?
Yes, you have.
I've been
I
badge
do the
less.
same thing.
You have a badge.
Probably do that.
Pins and badges, pins and badges, okay. So I think we ought to make note of the fact that our Sergeant at Arms, how many times has he not been here this year?
He's on leave.
100.
Is he on leave?
Is it still David
Yes.
Johnson?
I didn't know that. Okay, well, never mind.
Oh, so our Sergeant Martin is actually on a leave of
Is
absence.
he?
He is,
I
but
didn't know
not
that.
Kevin. Dave.
Oh, no, I was thinking Dave.
No,
So, yeah, David, but Dave technically is still on a leave of absence. Kevin is actually out fighting fire.
That seems kind of like a
They
dubious
always happen on
excuse.
Friday morning.
It's-
I think Nancy's setting them and Kevin fights.
Yesterday, he congratulated 10 new recruits for completing the academy, so maybe he's tired from that.
That is a good party.
I still don't think that's a good excuse. So we'll find him. Let's see, any other fines? God, I can't, I'll tell you what, we'll just go happy bucks. I can't think of any fines
Yeah,
today.
happy is happier.
Happy. Are you happy?
I'm happy, but I don't have any money.
You don't have any happy money? Here you go. You be happy and I'll throw in the dollar. It's team effort.
I'm happy to be here and I'm just happy.
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 Just thank you everybody for all your support and the beautiful flowers and it's really appreciated.
Are you happy, Lauren?
Oh, I'm always happy. I'm happy to get to Rotary. And I'm happy I got a Tesla that got me.
Cost you 10 cents.
Oh, yeah, I think 10 cents is in here. I better put in $100.
Don't leave anybody on the table.
So do you actually put your hands on the wheel at any time during the trips?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how to drive one of those, so hands on the wheel.
I'll give you a lesson.
Right on.
That's funny.
I'm happy that I got my flowers in yesterday and put 5 in for missing last week. Not that I'm happy I missed last week, but I'm happy I was on vacation.
Why did you pick the wettest day of the year to get your flowers in?
Yesterday. Oh, I think it was day before then, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's good.
You're right.
I'm for Friday. I'm going, $5 for last week, finding out I'm getting, I was selected to make colonel.
I thought he was gonna say he's happy.
Woo!
No more clusters.
Another kid.
No more clusters, just a bird.
Just a bird, that's right.
You could name the new one Colonel.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
could name the new kid Colonel.
I don't want any more kids. And if
That's
that
not how it happens.
I will be
Demoted.
I have a happy dollar for the late student education. My kids go to Stevens Creek Elementary, and we've had lots of team meetings to assist our kids with their needs. And one of them is high cap, and one of them is turning the page into using the SPED resources. So it was really emotional, but we felt very, very, it's like we're in just the best hands, and feel really, I feel like I have a lot of trust, and it's been really amazing working with these amazing individuals. So we're really thankful to be in the school district.
My son was, my oldest son was on an IEP when he was in middle school for writing. For whatever reason, he could not get B's and D's and lots of letters and snuff. And so, we invested a lot of time and so the school district in his education.
Oh,
Now he's a pilot for Horizon Air.
yeah, duh. I missed.
Friday, this is personal, this is for my pal Amy, and it's keeping us moving on the day.
Yay!
She put a little Facebook group together that's holding us friends accountable to get out and move on May, so we're kind of posting our runs and walks and all that to try to make May a healthy month, so. It's kind of like mom watching on you, making me feel guilty.
And Chris is killing it. He's accountable every day, keeping us going.
Larry, you broke open the piggy bank, brother.
1972 quarter,
Yeah, that's probably been in your piggy bank since
1979 quarter,
Yeah,
1983 quarter,
nice,
Old Man in the Mountain quarter.
awesome.
I'm so happy that my skin is being moisturized. But when does it stop?
What?
No end in sight.
July 5, yeah.
Yeah. Happiness?
I'm happy we've got actually a pretty good turnout today, both here and on the Zoom.
Yeah.
So that makes good.
Was there a doubt?
Because we knew you'd be here.
All right. James has
So
got some
awesome.
cash laying on the table. I'm happy that you do.
Thank you, sir. I haven't been able to make the last couple weeks because work called me in early, and this is also for Lorna. We're gonna miss her, but our local scout council recognized our scoutmaster for our troop this week because she is not able to attend the court of honor that we're having for our regional scout units tomorrow at Lundin Park. And so Scoutmaster Bree was recognized as with the Unit Leader Award of Merit honor right here in this room on Wednesday night. Don and Gary joined me for that, so that was exciting. And then shortly after that, a young lady in the troop came up and introduced herself and wanted to thank Rotary for sponsoring Interact. She just joined. And her name is Charlotte, so we're going to see some good things from her.
Charlotte Lamb.
She is I believe so.
Yeah, she's an awesome kid.
She is a sophomore, so I
Yeah.
think we're going to see some great things from her.
She is a wonderful kid. I'm working with her on getting
Yeah, she's on the advisory board.
Seiko, but then she also being a relationship with ROTC.
Awesome.
But they can't start any more programs in this area, but we're trying to get a partnership with Snohomish.
Why can't they start it?
I mean, Colonel.
I'll work on it.
I'll work with Skip to be able to work on it.
Colonel
Yeah.
Lemon? Colonel Lemon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lemon.
It's
He's a Marine.
Oh.
Today's Friday, I got a big weekend, another ahead of me. I'm trying to, I'll take Nikolai well for seniors at the senior center tomorrow. So there's a lot of work. Yeah, thank you.
You're so good at that, though. It's awesome.
I have several happy dollars. My oldest nephew, the first of my nieces and nephews, getting married next week. So kind of like, I feel old. Happy dollar is Friday, and the third one is that my husband has been working his whole life. He actually took 3 weeks off of work. Well, he's been on the computer, but he's played, except that I know it's work stuff, but it's not for the job. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, so he's on leave right now. He's probably still in bed right now, actually.
He's playing the stock market.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm kind of happy, we're rolling on our sponsorships, and now that we have our renewed gambling permit, I was thinking that maybe we could talk to the mayor or someone and maybe get a, like a riverboat, paddle boat from the lake. Get a casino on it, and
Yes.
really make.
Have you been watching Ozark?
Dig around the. Like a Uber type thing.
You'll love it. Think big, man, think big.
On order on the lake. Let's pull the old train up and put it on pontoons.
Yeah,
There you go.
The mill.
we
Let's
could,
rebuild the mill.
there was, oh, I'm sorry. I missed you.
Walk right by it.
Oh, I'm happy it's Friday.
Just happy it's Friday.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, one time, a long time ago, when the,
I still got $1.
well, I want to get it from you. I remember on Lake Stevens Journal many years ago, they did a April Fool's thing where they had the old, ferry boat, the Kalakala.
Yeah.
Remember that, when it was going up the river to the lake?
Yep.
I think we should buy the Kalakala and turn it into a casino. Huh? Rotary project? I think so.
Do it.
No, I think you.
I'm happy. It is Friday. I'm happy. I had a really great time at the Education Foundation event because I wasn't here last Friday. So the weekend before, that was super fun. It was well attended. Beautiful venue, lots of great auction items. That was fun. And for our sponsorships, because we're rolling. This is awesome.
Yeah. Zoomers, happiness. I'm happy our Secretary of State is with us.
He looks super happy. He's got his own mug.
Yeah.
Hold the bucket up.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
we need to raffle one of those off.
All right, any happy bucks?
I'll put in 12 happy bucks for the 12 judges that helped score the applicants for our scholarships, and I'll put that in with my fines for $15 by Venmo.
Nice. And we are going to do a vocational report. I totally forgot, I purposely saved vocational report for after Happy Bucks when we're all happy because it's great news. So then we'll come to you as soon as we're done, Lance.
Nice cover there.
Yeah.
Good job. Showing how politics works here. Anybody else on Zoom? Ron, Steve, Scott?
Jackie,
Yep,
Jackie's like,
I'm always happy.
Jackie loves
where you going, Ron?
Desert Air.
Nice.
ah,
I am, once I cross the east side of the mountains, my stress relief, stress goes away. So I'm extremely happy. So I got $5 and then plus my fines.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Anybody else? I
Jackie's
have,
phone.
She posted in the chat. She looks like she popped off, but she
Oh.
threw in some happy dollars for Mother's Day.
oh yeah, Mother's Day. I should have find it.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I'm
Mother's
gonna throw in one more. Oh, wait,
I've got one more, I think of these things as goes along. So, we're still pinning down the date of Mom's Memorial. But we have decided that, in lieu of flowers, if you're wanting to, We'd like donations to Lake Stevens Education Foundation and Dolly Parton.
That's right. Yeah, awesome. I had a great week this week. We had a visit from Representative Carolyn Eslick. As you know, we're now in the 39th district, not the 44th, and I'd never met Representative Eslick before. And so she is on the state committee, Steve, for school construction assistance bond issues. And so she wanted to look at a school that had been recently built and what it looked like with SCAP funds, and then one that was eligible for matching dollars for SCAP funds. So we visited Stevens Creek Elementary School, and she was so impressed with the makerspace and all the modern things that school has. And then we went to Skyline, which is one of our schools that just turned 30 this year, along with Glenwood. They're identical schools. But anyway, just she was able to see the differences between the two schools and how SCAP money could really help when we do some add-ons or construction to Glenwood or Skyline, how construction money can really help create a more equitable access for students at some of our older schools. So it was really great to meet her, and her husband's an ex-educator in Sultan, and it was really awesome. So yeah, that was really fun. I'm done. Yeah,
That was
I know,
awesome.
isn't that something?
Thank you very much, stand-in Sergeant of Arms. Thank you very much. Okay, so now the big news of the day, drum roll, vocation. Oh.
Read my email. Kidding. So as I said earlier, 7 scholarships totaling $26,000. We had 12 judges involved this year, so thanks everyone that read all of those great applications. We interviewed 7 people. So Sam, Brian, and Gary did the interviews at the high school on Wednesday, and then I showed up and we totaled the scores and determined them out. So scholarships this year range between $3,000 and $5,000. So that feels really, really good from this club. We should all be proud that we're able to do that. And I'm learning that this generation does not do email very much. So most of the communication has been by email and phone, and students are very much more responsive to phone and texting than they are email. So I'm putting that into our process. And so letters have been sent to the recipients. Yesterday, I will send the awards, the letters to people who did not get a scholarship today. And then everyone planned to attend May 27th. I contacted Kendra, made sure we had both rooms for the 27th. We'll do a breakfast and got some volunteers for that. But if you'd like to help out, I'm open to more volunteers. And then for those of you who might want to attend, on June 1st, we're having the Lake Stevens School District Scholarship Night. I don't have the details from Kim LaFortune yet around times and location, but I will get that back out to you guys. So thanks everyone as a club, all those who helped, all those who donated additional funds. Feels really, really good this year.
Thanks, Lance. That's huge. That is huge, you guys. I mean, coming out of a pandemic, 2.5 years of pandemic, and we're rocking it in scholarships. I mean, that shows our dedication, but also shows our community dedication to our kids, right? So that's pretty amazing. Thank you. Okay, so for the video portion of our meeting today, do you want to come push go? And like I said, this is the Rotary International President-elect, Jennifer Jones. Gary is enamored with her because she has a great presence. She is a PR executive from Canada. She's gonna introduce to you what her theme is for the year and some other really important information, but it's worth the 15 minutes. It's to see what's happening at another level. Good job, Don.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Our way to Evanston, Illinois, home of our Rotary International headquarters and our new home for the next 2 years.
So she and her
I
husband
must
had to
confess,
move for 2 years
I was
to Illinois to
incredibly
headquarters.
excited to finally
That's
sit in my president-elect office, to work from a space that I have respected for years. It was also nice to work from someplace other than my dining room table. Within the first week, I received a private message from a Rotarian early in the morning. He said, "I'm not sure if you remember me. You've spoken at our club and we met in Hamburg." He went on to say that he had a long shot favor to ask me. His club had a relationship with a scholar, a peace activist in Kabul, Afghanistan, a young woman who was now in danger. Was there anything I could do to help get her onto an evacuation plane? He told me that smartphones were being confiscated and she was using hers with a private network to mask where she was phoning from. We all remember the scenes as thousands of desperate people were trying to flee from the Kabul airport. From the comfort of my new office and sitting behind my big desk, I suddenly felt very small. Who was I, and what could I possibly do? A few years earlier, Pat Merriweather, one of our incoming Rotary International directors, introduced me to a peace fellow who held the kind of position that could perhaps influence this type of situation. Now, it was my long shot. I reached out, and that certain Rotary magic that we all know so well took over. It's the Rotary Peace Fellow who's the hero of this story. I don't know everything that happened, but in less than 24 hours, the young woman was on an evacuation list. 2 days later, we learned she was safely en route to Europe for further processing. Imagine her thoughts that day as the plane launched into the sky. This, my friends, is the power of Rotary. When the right connections are made, the world aligns and our stories merge. Our differences dissolve, and the only limit to the impact of the barrier is the barrier of our imagination. I want to take you to November 9th, 2014. Nick and I found ourselves on the rooftop of a hotel in Berlin, looking down on over 1 million people. They were there in jubilant celebration at the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, also known as the end of the Cold War. Earlier that day, at an event hosted by past President Holger, I met a woman by the name of Tatiana Jury. At the time, 25 years earlier, she was a fresh-faced young radio reporter in the east of Berlin. She shared, "We had no idea what was going on. My news director was having a nervous breakdown and I didn't know what to do." So she took her tape recorder and she went out to explore. Because in her words, when you want to grab history, you have to grab history. She saw thousands of people going back and forth between the East and the West. She saw people chipping away at the barrier. And she went back to her newsroom and she filed her story. As I heard Tatiana share this, the power of connection was once again weaving its magic. On that exact same day, I was also a rookie reporter. I was alone in a newsroom in Windsor, Canada. The alarm bells went off, which meant that something significant was happening somewhere in the world. I raced over to the old newswire machine and I read that the Berlin Wall was coming down. The Cold War was ending. And just like Tatiana, I didn't know what to do. But I knew this was history. And when you want to grab history, you have to grab history. I went into the news booth and I shared the incredible news. Imagine the two of us being more than 4,000 miles apart, yet sharing in a world-altering experience. So 25 years later, when Tatiana and I met, We shared some tears. I don't know whether the Newswire story was hers, but I choose to believe that it was. Only when we live in shared experience like this can we create world peace through understanding. And that world can only manifest when we commit ourselves to equity, human rights, and fairly allocating community resources. Or perhaps, as we all best know it, being fair to all concerned. As we strive to weave diversity, equity, and inclusion into Rotary, removing the barriers is the key to inclusion, and inclusion is the key to membership. While this may seem like a new call to action, it is not new thinking. I want you to listen to the actual recording of our founder, Paul Harris, in 1933 at our 24th annual convention. Have a listen.
Rotary is thrown open to representatives of all walks of life, to representatives of all countries and all forms of religion. Herein lies the genius and the glory of Rotary. While Rotarians differ in many respects, in few respects, they are in perfect accord.
We are all in perfect accord. A few years ago, I was interviewed on an American television program. Just prior to the start of the taping, the host revealed something striking. He had been a Rotarian for over 30 years, but it was only recently that he got Rotary. He became involved in a project that delivered coats to children in his community. And for the first time, it all clicked. He saw firsthand the power of service, and he truly became engaged. He even went on to serve as a club president. Imagine, more than 1,500 club meetings before he finally got Rotary. So what lesson does this offer us? We must engage our members. My hometown, Windsor, is the automotive capital of Canada. I know my way around a shop floor, and I was raised in this highly competitive marketplace. When something wasn't working, we retooled. A plant would shut down for a couple of months to prepare for new parts or an enhanced model. The past few decades have been tough. Plants have shut down due to competitive market forces. Tens of thousands of jobs were lost, never to be replaced. So what do you do in this kind of situation? You adapt. It's taken time, but our community is now a world-class leader in agribusiness and cutting-edge medical and aerospace technology. We too must adapt and retool. Finding the right part to engage each member should be our core function. It comes down to the comfort and care of our members. A few years ago, my friend Bronwyn Stevens took me to a school in Melbourne. It was there that I met a young interactor named Peter. He told me, if you want responsible children, you have to give them responsibilities. Peter was on to something important. We don't have a problem bringing members into Rotary. We struggle to keep them. We're a revolving door in every part of our world. We need to ask our members what they want out of their experience, and then we need to provide them with meaningful responsibilities. It's our offer of hands-on service, personal growth, leadership development, and lifelong friendships that create purpose and passion. These are our responsibilities. If we don't serve our members, we don't serve our communities. And if we don't provide comfort and care for our members, they may never truly get the power of Rotary. And please understand, when I use the term members, it means Rotary and Rotaract. We are all Rotary members. We have been entrusted with leadership in our great organization. Now it's up to us to be brave, and intentional in our actions, and to let others help us lead. I am thrilled today to announce that starting on July 1st of this year, I have appointed a Rotaractor with the responsibility of becoming a Rotary Public Image Coordinator. I have officially included Rotaractors on several committees, and during our term, I'll begin to assign a select group of Rotaractors as President's representatives. President Shaker launched our Empowering Girls initiative last year, and it has resonated around the world. We will continue this bold effort, recognizing that empowered girls become empowered women.
Maybe that was it.
Cut it off.
Just automatically go to the next.
She is quite a gal. She was, 2 years ago, we had a Zoom foundation meeting, and she was, she attended. And one guy asked her a question, posted the meeting, and she did just unbelievable job. She was just really nice, really great job, really smart.
Nice and smart, good combo.
So on July 10th, she'll actually be in our region. She'll be in Vancouver as part of her cross Canada tour. So if you have an opportunity, once the district has final details and stuff, you can certainly go up and meet her. I met the president like 3 years ago when he was up there as well.
I think she's gonna be in Vancouver
In
one
Vancouver.
time, and then I think also Victoria was listed as a
Yeah, I don't know.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so road trip.
Road trip.
It's all good, I'm in.
To re-up your passport.
Oh, my passport. Oh, I think they just let me in. Okay, so thank you, everyone. What time is it? So you're out a little early, which is awesome. So make those 5 minutes count, and we'll see you next Friday. Bye, Zoomers.
Okay. Zoomers. Zoom, zoom, zoom.